Here we go. Here we go. I gotta make another video because this deserves another video. Because people need to know how much of a big victory for Puerto Rico this is, right? As far as boxing is concerned, right? Una victoria bien grande for Puerto Rico. So, we're gonna celebrate it. We're gonna celebrate it by making videos, by getting the word out there that this is a big victory. They went against, el Turkey Al Sheik and won against Matchroom and won. Una promoción bien pequeña a comparada a los top rank y los demás, right? I mean, this is when you compare them to Matchroom, Fresh Productions, and Top Rank. They're a small dog. They're not like this huge promotional company that has all these champions and historical background. So this is a huge win. The fact that they stood up to Turkey Al Sheik, the fact that this is where we are now, it's crazy. But let's get a little bit more celebratory first, right here. With this and right here, because this is to be celebrated, right? But first, if you're new here, thank you for stopping in and choosing this channel. And if you're an older subscriber, thank you for your continued support. I really appreciate it. Down below, where you see the like button, if you're on mobile, scroll to the side. You're gonna see a hype button there. Hit that hype button as well. That helps us get ranked and also just helps us with the overall algorithm. So thank you very much. So yeah, I mean, listen, let's just jump into the video on why this is a nightmare for Dalton Smith. It's a nightmare. So I got some notes. I'm gonna be reading off of them. So if you see my eyes go down, it's just I'm trying to make sure I get my thoughts out to you guys. So me van a ver leyendo un poco porque dice cogí notas y bueno, quiero presentarla correcta. So anyway, so Dalton Smith's dream fight just turned into his worst nightmare, right? So instead of fighting Subriel Matías in Saudi Arabia under the bright lights, supposedly neutral territory, and Matchroom, this is the biggest part, Matchroom's comfort zone. That's the big part, right? He's now being sent straight to Puerto Rico, into the backyard of one of the most feared champions in all of boxing. Let's not get it twisted, because if he wasn't feared, people would be lined up, right? This is just in a title fight anymore. It's just not. It's not a title fight anymore. This is survival for Dalton Smith. Now he has to survive, right? And the question is, can Dalton Smith survive what's waiting for him in Puerto Rico? ¿Puede Dalton Smith sobrevivir lo que le va a esperar a Puerto Rico? Porque la gente te dicen que no, pero si Subriel Matías no fuera uno de los peleadores más evitados de este tiempo ahora que estamos en boxeo, te están mintiendo. Porque si no estuvieran todos alineados para quitarle el título o para vengarse contra él o whatever. I said vengarse contra él. That doesn't make sense. But anyway, whatever. You know what I'm saying, right? So, to recap our last video, here's what went down. Matchroom wanted to bring this fight to Saudi Arabia, and that was the big plan, right? There was big money. Big stage, neutral ground, right? We know that's not true, okay? But neutral ground. But Fresh Productions, Matias promoter and parent company, just outbid Matchroom and secure the rights to the fight, which means Dalton Smith is no longer has the luxury of Saudi Arabia. Now, if he wants to become world champ, he has to take that belt in Puerto Rico, in front of a crowd that will be screaming from the moment Matias makes that walk and when Dalton shows up. So ahora se jodió Dalton porque anteriormente ellos querían esa pelea en Saudi Arabia porque que era un sitio neutral, pero no es verdad, porque eso iba a ser la tierra, como quien dice, es como una extensión de Inglaterra. Entonces ahí podían manejar todo, los jueces, el árbitro y todo. Ya no, ahora va a tener que ir a Puerto Rico, quitársela, como hizo Luis Amparo, que totalmente eso es algo diferente, lo voy a decir a lo último. So, why is Puerto Rico different though? Why is it different? And let me tell you something, fighting in Puerto Rico is a whole different monster. It's not like fighting anywhere else. When I watch just Miguel Cotto promotions or Universal promotions, even those events are crazy. I can't imagine what Subriel Matías event is going to be like in Puerto Rico. Look about the legends, right? Let's look back. Piles Trinidad, Miguel Cotto, Wilfredo Gomez. When Puerto Rican fighters defend their turf, the entire island shows up. Everybody shows up, whether it be in New York, whether it be in Puerto Rico, everybody, every Puerto Rico. every Puerto Rican shows up. Out of the ground, wherever they at, in the tree, they show up. The energy is electric. The pressure is suffocating. The atmosphere alone, that alone can break an opponent there, right? Just the atmosphere. And now imagine being Dalton Smith, though, right? Because you're a young contender. You never fought. You've never fought outside the UK. And you never fought outside the UK, bro. Think about that. Suddenly you're walking into that storm. Now all of a sudden, it's not just Matias you got to deal with. You got to deal with an entire island of crazy, rabid fans. So, imagínate tú siendo Dalton Smith que nunca has peleado fuera de tu país. Y la primera vez que vas a salir de tu país es para un campeonato mundial en Puerto Rico contra el campeón de Puerto Rico, la cara de Puerto Rico en boxeo ahora mismo. Imagínate lo que se va a hacer a la mente de Dalton Smith. Bro, that's a lot to ask of a young fighter who's never done that before. So let's be real though, Dalton Smith is talented. Él tiene talento. He's talented. He's got skill. He's undefeated. He's a good boxer. But he's never faced a machine and a monster like Subriel Matías. I don't care how. Look at his resume. Look up and down and sideways. You're not going to find it. Subriel doesn't box to win rounds and put them in the bank. It's just a byproduct. That's just what happens as a byproduct of it. He doesn't play game with judges. And he's not there to make sure that he... Nah. He hunts you. He breaks you. And doesn't stop until you quit or you cheat against him. Another thing that we're going to talk about later. And the fact that Smith has to do this in enemy territory in Puerto Rico, en uno de los coliseos, en one of the coliseums, with Puerto Rican fans chanting every time Matias throws a punch. Imagine that. Matias throws a punch, the crowd goes wild. And listen, Dalton Smith is not going to hurt Matias. It's not going to hit him with the chin. It's going to shake him. That's not going to happen. It's never happened. It's not going to happen now. That's the definition of a nightmare scenario. Like you stuck. Freddy Krueger is going to be in front of you and he's going to be a dark-skinned Puerto Rican. From Saudi luxury you coming from, or at least was promised, to Puerto Rican heat. It's a whole different fight right now. Es una pelea diferente ahora. Estabas en Saudita, antes te prometieron Saudita y ahora está en Puerto Rico. Cada vez que Matías tira un puño, todo ese coliseo va a estar vuelto loquera. Y nunca se ha enfrentado con un campeón o un peleador como Matías. Está jodido el tipo. And let's not forget one of the things that's important here: the judging, the judges, the crowd, the pressure. Even if Dalton Smith somehow bucks out of his mind and takes it to 12 rounds, how likely is that he gets a decision in Puerto Rico against Subriel Matías? This Subriel Matías, who is now, it seems like to me, super hyper focused. Fans already fear the robbery in Saudi. I made many videos about that, right? Now the tables have turned. And it's Dalton Smith, who looks like he'll need a knockout to win. And you think he's going to get a knockout? I don't think he's going to get a knockout. How's that for irony? Because I don't think he's going to get a knockout. Ahora es Dalton Smith que tiene que buscarle el knockout. Porque cada vez que Matías tiene un puño, la gente va a estar enloquizada. Y los jueces saben que ellos se melean con la gente. So, even... Aunque vamos a decir que Dalton Smith vaya 12 rounds, ¿tú crees que vaya 12 rounds y le van a ganar a Matías en Puerto Rico? Como yo lo veo ahora, que él está enfocado, pero enfocado como nunca lo he visto antes. Porque cuando él iba a pelear contra Paro, yo lo dije, hay un chance, porque yo vi que no estaba tan enfocado que Paro le gane. I said it when he fought Paro. Paro's a good fighter. But I always thought that if he didn't come 100%, that he could beat Matías, and that's what happened. But I don't see that happening now. So here's the real question: did Fresh Productions just make the smartest move in Puerto Rican boxing history? Right? Forget everything else you know. Puerto Rican boxing history. Just think about this: it's the little guys going up against the big machine, the $1 billion oil money. or did they just sign Dalton Smith's death sentence? Or is it both? Right? Because make no mistake, facing Subriel Matías is tough enough. That's already a high order. Man, he's killed a man in the ring. Facing him in Puerto Rico, that's a whole different level. I mean, I want to hear from you UK fans if you're watching. Do you believe Smith can pull off the impossible? Because this is what it's going to be for him. And Puerto Rican fans, mi patria, do you think Dalton Smith even survives this fight? Does he even make it past 8? Listen, drop your comments down below, because this one is about to get heated. Peace out, and see you in the next one.